Greetings and welcome back everyone to another session of World of Tanks, and in this replay we're going to check out myself in the 277 on Pilsen. Now we are working our way up the ranks yesterday, and it's going to be a pretty fun time to try and take it on for this one. So I noticed that in the beginning of this match, the 268 version 4s said that they were going to go down the one line. So I figured I would take my 277 and help them out by trying capturing the artillery zone, which it looks like they're doing the same, as well as the spotting one. So 50B starts to come down this way as we spot a WZ over into the center, which doesn't shoot on us, thankfully, and we get into the artillery zone. So now I see the 268 version 4s are still pushing up this way, so I need to go help them as quickly as possible since they're going to take some damage pretty shortly, which one of them already did. It looks like the 50B backed off, so we're going to go and join them now, and I've got my artillery ready to go, and I kind of want to hold it for now in case I need it for something else. So I'm going to skip past the WZ and keep on progressing towards the 50B, and possibly the AMX, since I see they're kind of out in the middle of nowhere by themselves. We might be able to isolate them and take them out, so kind of just careful on this corner, and try and side scrape it to see if maybe he's over here, and I have no idea where he went, and the 2684 is going to go, so I will also go as well. Hopefully we find him isolated maybe in the building, or perhaps over towards the other half of this area. But no, he appears over to our right, and we try and get a shot on him, and I just fluffed it really poorly. The sign kind of threw me off when I looked at it. So we're going to go in and grab him. The 2684 is going in on him, and the 50B is just bouncing all these shots in the 268 version 4. So we're going to go in and just grab a hit on him. Very nice. And the 2684 did some nice ramming there, which is pretty huge. So we're going to stare at his track because it looks like he is just perma-tracked here. Might have used his repair kit earlier. So keep him tracked there. And is he going to shoot him to kill him? Yes, he will. All right, and I'm going to use my artillery piece because I see the 268 version 4 has gotten over to our friends. So I kind of want to get that HP down. And right now they're pressuring the cap. So we need to get in here pretty quickly. So I'll follow the other 268 version 4 who chills here to try and shoot across at the 5A, but it doesn't look like he's going to get anything. And I noticed the patent on the corner, which only hits my tracks, so not too bad. But I'm kind of really focused on the cap here because there's only 20-some seconds left to reset. So the 2684 works his way this way, and I'm going to work my way this way. I don't even notice a 277 on here, and I get smacked a bunch right here, which is not very good. So I use my improvement right away just to try and use it, and then try and back off to avoid some damage, but this AMX is really coming in on me, and so is the patent on my right, which starts to shoot me, and then I am out from this AMX, which is really unfortunate. But the battle's not over yet, and we'll have to see why. So the WZ gets taken out, which is pretty good from that Super Conqueror. The 268 version 4s are kind of defending the base as best we can, and this AMX looks like he wants to go and shoot the 277. So he sees his front end there, which is really hard to see from this angle, but whoa, look at that ricochet right on the front and up into the building. So unfortunately, no capture from that one. So now I believe I check over on the Super Conqueror. Yep. And we got another tank out, the AMX, and this guy is going to go in. What a nice shot from the other 268 version 4 over there, and these guys are on low health. And then Patton misses and whiffs it into the ground, but there's that 277 again. Just weirdly reversing on that wall, and this is going to be bad. He goes right under the tank. What a miss. And the Super Conqueror kills the Patton, which is pretty huge. So now it's kind of evened up, but the damage is not looking good. This 2684, though, doing really well at blocking his cupola. An unfortunate bounce, and this might be the end here of this 268 version 4. Oh, he rams and tracks him. And is he going to kill him? He's looking at the cupola. He's trying to block his gun from getting it. Oh, and he whips it into the wall, and that allows him to kill the 277. So now we got an AMX, a 268, and some really... now we have two low-health tanks here. So is he going to throw it across to the other 268 version 4? I'm not sure. Oh, he's looking for a shot. We'll see if he gets it. See if he gets it, and then does not get it. But he has to hide here, and he misses. So now I'm thinking he has to go help the AMX die before our AMX dies, but I don't think it's going to be in enough time. A good hit from the AMX, and he's down. So now it's up to this 268 version 4 to try and get this win, if possible. So he's going to run in, and is he going to try and stop the cap here? No, maybe he, like, faked them out, trying to think he's going to go onto the cap. So let's see what happens. I mean, they're just going to sit behind those walls and just cap it out. Surely they're not even going to bother pressuring the 268 version 4. And he's going to get on here. Oh, no, he pokes out. Is he going to get him? Whoa, what a slap on the front. That was huge. And this other 2684 pokes out for him, but does not get the shot. So now he's on the artillery piece, and it's become a 1 versus 1 on this 268 version 4. And a couple seconds left before he can start getting some of that. And there we go. Now he starts the countdown, so he can get the artillery piece and get some easy free damage on that. Oh, he doesn't have enough time. He's going to round around the corner. Is he going to take the shot? He does! And what a clutch win for this 268 version 4. Absolutely awesome gameplay by Fletcher. Very nice work on taking this win with 5 kills across the board of this game. And that was pretty sick. I didn't think this one was going to turn around, but this guy really made it work, and it was super great.
They'll never believe who they're fighting against.
And no, they won't. And the 268 version 4 isn't the only one that's going to have a bit of luck in this game here, as we roll out in our Progetto on Ghost Town, not Pilsen. So we are going up towards the artillery target, what I love to do in the Progetto on this map. More than often, I'm taking the Progetto on this one, or an EBR if there already isn't a light tank like we already have the 200 LT on this game. So this one's really great because very rarely do people come up here. And even if they do, usually it's just one tank, and by this time you've got a few shells to focus whatever enemy comes up here in order to take them on. So I'm going to grab this artillery piece, and I've got a Centurion with me as well. So if this all goes to plan, I ping that we're going to move the rest of the way across the 1 line and over into the A4 area in order to get some good shots on them, because it looks like everyone is spotted and they are all going in city. So I use this artillery piece a little early so I can get some good shots. So I choose not to use it, actually. I hold it until they're more grouped up together. So then I see that Jägerpanzer and IS-7 poke up, and then I'm trying to work my way pretty fast down here, and they get the comm center. I think I get spotted here. Yep, I do. So I kind of stay out of the way a little bit just so I don't get shot, and I keep working my way up and around this area. Still holding that artillery shell, and I look at this AMX. I think, nope, I guess I don't shoot. I thought I was going to throw one there, but now I see that they're grouped up, so I'm going to hit this Jägerpanzer, and I don't know why it's decided to go in there. I just wanted to get the most tanks out of it, and it looks like I got 2 good hits from it. Pretty good. So now we're going to work our way up in this area, and I was kind of worried about the E3. Maybe he backed off for some reason, but it doesn't look like it. So now we are in a really great position to get some shots in from behind all of these tanks here. So there we go. There's an AMX. So I pull behind the bush again and try and get some side shots, just aiming in. And I don't see any green pens here. I see an orange pen from that little side point of the armor, but I don't decide to throw anything. But I need to start making something happen soon, because the more I sit here and waste my gun, the worse it's going to be. So I should have thrown something at the Jägerpanzer, and I really just didn't. I'm really hesitating on taking shots here, and I should just be putting my gun in the game. But I see this AMX, and E3 are trying to rush the FB, so I really fluff that one. So I throw another one into the E3. I have no idea where that goes. Maybe into the side of the building. Throw it at the 60 TP. And this is kind of where my first mistake was dumping this clip. I mean, I get my 7 power up, but now my clip is dumped, and I'm kind of just sitting out here with no shot to have. And if I would have kept it 1 by 1, it would have went better. And it goes right into the gun of the AMX when I try and shoot the back of that E3, and I get spotted for it. So now I'm stuck on reload, and this T100 LT is just working his way around here. I'm not sure what the Centurion is up to. Looks like he's also trying to get shots on the center city as well. So I try and peek again. I see this Kronvon moving out over here, so I'm thinking maybe he'll come out that I can get shots. Maybe I can see the Jägerpanzer again, but he's facing his armor towards us. So I see it's possible he's going to turn around, so I'm going to hold another one to get 4 again. And I see this Jägerpanzer is almost dead, so I think I'm going to clip him now before it's too late. So I pull behind the bush, launch one into his back, and try and spot him again. And then I try and launch one into the side here, which gets bounced. I should have aimed at his back, so I have to clip him and take him out quickly so I can remove a tank from the game. And there we go. That's 1 down, but I see that they're on the cap. And we really don't have many tanks in the heavy area. It's just that E3, so we need to get in there and support him as quickly as possible. The T100 LT and the Centurion are doing the same thing, so they are starting to go in. So by the time we get in there, we should have some shells loaded up here, and it should be decent, but I don't think we're gonna, nope. Not in time to save that E3, so 4 heavies versus 2 mediums and a light tank, and the light tank's going up for the artillery piece, which is pretty good. We can get it while we can. So I'm going to run in here and try and help this Centurion before he dies. So I'm going to try and distract him and go into the same way. I decide to turn around and grab this artillery piece, and Centurion staying safe. And he kills the 60 TP, which is pretty huge, but the 705A pops up over here and sets him on fire. And at this point, I was like, oh no. This is really bad. But he does able to use, the 200 LT is able to use the artillery strike on the IS-7, which is pretty huge. So I use my artillery strike on the 705A, so he cannot approach that Centurion. And I try and take some shots at him. See some orange pen right there, but I bounce it off. And I'm still thinking if I want to hold my shots one by one or if I want to poke out again. So I'm still holding for all 4 of my shots to try and just clip him out. And unfortunately, the Kronvon comes in and takes out the Centurion. And the T100 LT is going in to try and get some cool shots. And he is just driving around them. Nice shot in the back of the 705A. And he is coming after me, so I am running away because I do not want to take a shell from that. That's going to hurt. And the T100 LT is distracting the 705A, who is doing a great job at it. And this Kronvon is focusing me. So I'm going to go after him, and I'm going to try to assassinate this Kronvon here while the 200 LT fights. And I fluff my first shell. And I totally forgot that my commander was knocked out. And I take another shell here, and I don't repair my commander because I'm just so focused on this Kronvon looking for shots. So there's one. And he face hugs me. And so I'm looking for a green pen, and I'm waiting if I need to hold, but I just click it anyway. And the 705A luckily was looking at me, but tracks. I fire my one shot into the Kronvon, and the 200 LT is over here to help me. I shoot my last one and try and run away because I'm empty. And the 200 LT finally takes out the Kronvon. And now I'm able to run away and fix my commander. And now we can reassess taking on the 705A. And the 200 LT runs the opposite direction as well. And I'm going to reload some shells and re-engage. Kind of fluffed a lot of shells here, and I could have played so much better. So there's a spot on the 705A, and I'm pretty sure he spotted me for that, which is fine. So he is going to take stance in that little corner area right there. So I'm thinking I can go over here, and maybe I can surprise him by just getting some spots. Now I'm noticing my T100 LT friend as well. You know, he's going on his way up there, and the artillery strike just came off cooldown. So I'm going to just hold here and wait for my T100 LT friend to get the artillery strike. So I'm spotting the 705A, and he doesn't spot me there for some reason. I don't know why he doesn't spot me. That's very strange indeed, but the T100 LT is getting that artillery strike there, which is nice, and he grabs it, so I go out and spot him again, which I don't know how I'm spotting through that. There we go. Now I'm spotting, and the artillery strike goes down. Boom. There it is. 318 for free. And the T100 LT moves down to the second one that's now off cooldown as well. And I spot him again to make sure he's not moving, and he's staying there in that position. I'm interested to see why he's just staying in such a position. I guess he's just waiting for me to come out. Oh, and now he's... Oh, I thought he was going to start moving. So now our artillery point is being captured again, and I thank the 200 LT for playing well, because this was a great play, and he's just chilling there. And now he looks like he's trying to move off of the cap, which now this means I need to try and take the opportunity to shoot him in the side, but without dying, because I am at 870. I just don't want to risk getting killed, so now he's low on health, so I try and push in while he's stunned. And I try and push in and go in the T100 LT. I hear him fire and miss the T100 LT, so that's our opportunity to take the kill. Very nice game indeed. 3,500 cause and 1,200 assistance. I kind of whiffed some early shots when I played over on the hill over in A4, but great job to the T100 LT for capturing both the artillery areas, playing it nice and safe, and carrying this one home. This was a really fun game. So unfortunately, World of Tank Replays is not working for Onslaught, so we just have to check out this here. And our first one for Pilsen was a victory. Thanks so much to Fletcher in the 268 version 4 doing a great job. If we head over to the Teams tab here, we can see he did a really nice job with 13 shells fired and 10 hits for 3,600 damage with the 5 kills that he got, which is super great, and good job to him on that win and taking out the last 268 version 4 with a great shot. And finally, we have our game on Ghost Town in the Progetto, where we did pretty decent work to some of these tanks here. As you can see, we fired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shells into tanks here. And let's check out the Teams tab. And if we check out this tab here, it says we did 5,590 damage, but this is the total damage that is dealt with, also the personal reserve and also assistance. So that's not the true final damage that we did here. The true final damage is in the details. So here in the details, we see that we did 4,274 damage with our primary turret, and the other damage came from the other areas of the artillery strike. So I hope you enjoyed these 2 battles of Onslaught. If you did, thanks so much for enjoying and making it this far. If you haven't already, subscribe and check me out on Twitch and Twitter with the links in the description. And hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.